Guys, go and watch this action flick. No, a celebration called Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, in the theaters with your family and friends, and I'm sure you wouldn't regret spending the money. Ethan Hunt is back, and so is his team to save the world from annihilation, from nuclear wars, and artificial intelligence. But Ethan Hunt cannot do it alone. It is a phenomenal amount of teamwork which has to be carefully orchestrated to save the world just in the nick of time before the American president presses the proverbial button. The movie starts with the familiar "This message will self destruct in 5 seconds," and you're immediately transported back to 1996 when this concept was first introduced in the first of the franchise. If you watched that at 30, you would now be 60. If you watched it at 40, you would now be 70, no less. And the first half of The Final Reckoning gives you a good ride of all these 30 years, and it is a nice reminder and a good touch given to the movie. And then, of course, the current plot is explained, linking it back to the previous parts and what exactly needs to be done in the current one. And that is good because Mission Impossible has complex plots. But this one sets out the plot clearly: what has to be collected, what has to be brought together, and what needs to be done in the end to save the world. And once that is clear, Ethan Hunt and the team get to work. And on the way, you get to see slick action, be it in the air or under deep waters or on the iced Arctic with guns and hand combat. You are in the planes, ships, and the submarines, and what else could you ask for? Question is, will Ethan Hunt survive or will have to pay the ultimate price to keep the world in shape? I will leave that as a suspense for you to find out yourself. You have to go and watch the movie to find out who survives in the team and who doesn't. The great part of this movie is that you know that what's going on is fantasy, yet you yield to the story and start saying, "What if?" And then the director manages to hypnotize you and carry you down the rabbit hole of the whole story. In the end, he leaves you emotional with a wonderful background speech from Luther, the techie from Ethan Hunt's team. Even the US president, played by Angela Bassett, impresses, and the whole plot keeps you on tenterhooks and releases you gently in the end, and you come out of the theaters half mesmerized and half in reality. Tom Cruise has done a good job with his acting and stunts as Ethan Hunt. His age does not add any discomfort to you or the movie. The background score is good, the scenes are top notch, the action is slick. Even the dialogues are impressive, as for example when Luther says, "The fate of our lives is the sum of the decisions we make." Or even, "What's the difference between a good pickpocket and a great one?" Timing. And that timing plays such an important role at the climax of the movie. And then you remember Anthony Hopkins whispering you in the ear, "This is not mission difficult. This is mission impossible. Difficult should be a walk in the park." So go, watch and enjoy. Life is short, as they say.